All right. I think I need to make that one more time because I think I messed that up. But I think I'm back now. I'm trying out a lot of new software and I hope that eventually, once I get very fluent with this, everything will kind of set up and work well just right off the bat. So, okay, good. It looks like I'm live. So, let me just make sure. I'm going to just give it a brief moment. This is all new for me. Everything. Okay, perfect. It does look like I'm live. So, my apologies. The first one that I uploaded did not have the microphone connected to all of the views. So, something that I can do is I can switch views here and give you a look at what I'm looking at, and I can take my video away. And hopefully you can still hear my voice now. Whereas before, when I took my camera away like that, you couldn't hear my voice. So, here I am. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, sorry. I just came off of my classes at University of Michigan, so I'm a little tired. Today, what I want to talk to you about is how to turn in your projects. Now, all of you have done such strong work with your projects. You've been working so hard. I've been hearing from other teachers, I've been hearing from your parents about how much effort you're putting into your projects. And this is, honestly, this is so cool. This is why I became a teacher, is to see you learning and to see you throwing yourselves into your work and making it personal and making it to the best of your ability, not for anyone else other than yourself. And so I commend you all for that. To get all of this work turned in for the credit that you deserve, let's talk about and show how that works. So for parents, this is the teacher side of things, but it looks rather close to what the students see. When a student is enrolled in a class, they'll have their base class, they'll have their first hour, second hour, third hour, and they'll have their fourth hour. So all of that should look very similar if you ask students to log in to show you whatever they may need to show you in their Google Classrooms. They just use their school email and their school password to get in. So if any student is saying that they can't log in, that's not true. They can log in from anywhere. They just need their school username and password. If they forget it, ask your base teacher. Your base teacher will be absolutely happy to email you their information so they can log in and show you their side of things. It's a little different from the parent view. The parent view does look quite different. So ask your student to log in and show you how this works. So students, once you're in, let's go to third hour, for example. Third hour has an important post. Actually, all the science classes have this important post. Currently, right now, I'm working on the checklist that we worked on today. So this checklist is something that we worked on today, and students were able to go through the different parts of their checklist and see which parts of their project were strong or maybe needed a little bit more improvement. And they took that feedback and now they're adding to their projects for their presentations. This is the same checklist that presenting students will receive from their audience. We're going to be working with Lou's third hour, first hour, second hour, fourth hour as audience members, and they are going to fill this out as they listen to the projects that students are presenting. And so I'm working on changing the voice of each one. This used to say like, I wrote a clear question, but now they're going to be looking for the presenter or presenters that wrote a clear question. So take a look at that if you haven't looked at it already. So in the third hour, so parents, you log in, you'll see all their classes, have them go to their science class, and they're going to open up the classwork tab. Now in the classwork tab, all right, you will be able to see all of the different things that we've been working on since September. Safety contracts at the bottom. Newest things are at the top. And they're broken down by sections. So the simple machine student work, any work that I've assigned a student is living here. If the assignment still has color from whatever theme the teacher is giving them, in their classroom, this will be lit up. If a student hasn't turned it in, it will still hold its color. If a student has turned it in, it will gray it out for the student and look like it has been turned off or turned in. So it's turned off, gray, it's turned in. If it still has color, the student hasn't turned it in yet. That's different from materials. Materials are just what students can use. So, for example, the trifold template, they were able to access this and use it as a guide for their work. But today, I want to show you the final project turn-in. Now, I must apologize. I think the third and fourth hour, first and second hour got this spiel, but I have created several different turn-in points for you, and that's on me. I apologize for that. I was trying to get you as many different resources as I could throughout the projects in the last month and a half. So what I want you to do is you're going to come in here and find the final projects category. I made one so that every single time we have a final project turn-in, it's going to go right here. And in it is the final project turn-in. And what you're going to do is you're going to come in here and open up the instructions. In the instructions, basically everything I just said, that hey, I've created this to get all of your links in there. And so for the links, what I'm talking about is, for example, this student. The student did an awesome job getting all of their Simple Machines final project done with their plan, their question, their hypothesis, their variables, their data graphs, their data tables, their trials. Everything that was needed is in this project. Awesome job. Now, what happens a lot of times is that the student comes, they present, they have their trifold, and then we all go to break. Normally the Thanksgiving breaks that first time. I can take some time to look back and grade. I don't always have the ability to bring every trifold home though. And so a lot of the times what I'll ask students is that when they have something like this in a digital form, they can just print it, put it on their trifold, and present, which is awesome. But I can't take 84 trifolds home. And so what I ask students to do then is to turn in their work from their trifold into this. And so students, what I want you to do is you are going to go over to your project, you'll come up here to share, and you're either going to take this link right here, or if you don't want me to have editing access, you can take the public view link, copy it, and come back to the screen. And on the top right, there will be an area for you to add links. Supposedly, you can add as many links as you want. Sometimes it doesn't work. So what you're going to do is you'll come down here and you'll make a private comment. And in that private comment, you're going to start pasting in the links that you have from your different documents or your Canvas or your Google Slides or your Google Docs. The other thing that you can do for videos that I like to do is if you have videos, upload your videos to Google Drive and just wait like a half a second. And it'll take some time to process, but then it'll give you the ability to share them. So you can click that link in Google Drive and make sure that anyone with the link has viewing access, and you can do the same thing where you are putting that link into here. All right. That way, when I look at the student work, let's go to first hour, I can click in here and I can clearly see that 16 have turned it in from first hour. There are 3 that still have it assigned. And I can see on my end who's got everything in and who doesn't. And this really helps me because I can then grade it digitally from wherever I'm at over Thanksgiving. And I don't have to carry all 84 trifolds with me. So take some time. You'll have till Friday, and on Friday I'm going to help you get all of that in there. But I wanted to give you this little spiel first, get it on the videos so I can share it on the virtual planner, and that way you have pretty much every resource possible to help get those links in there. All right, I've talked a lot. I'm sorry, but I am also just trying to figure out how to use this resource here that I've been enjoying learning for fishing, but using it for education is pretty fun. Here's another awesome project. I've just been looking through them, looking at the questions and the hypotheses, different variables, and the the data tables. I mean, it's just so cool to see what kids have been working on. Um, so, I mean, the amount of writing from this eighth grader, the amount of depth, the amount of the personality that this eighth grader brought to cracking an egg into a frying pan. It was just so cool to see. So, I mean, I love these weeks because when we turn in all of this hard work from the last month and a half, it is so cool to see what a Honey Creek student can do. So, great job. Good luck presenting tomorrow and Thursday. And I will help get all of this in for you on Friday. So,